All right, welcome back everybody. Let's do this really quick. I'm gonna try and do my best real quick here. I only have a few hours today to get out on a body of water that I like to fish. And yeah, if you're new here, subscribe if you like this kind of fishing. If you just like going out and catching some fish, because that's basically all I'm doing right now. There's a good chance at northern pike, largemouth, and I think that's basically all that's in here for predators. Oh, there's catfish in here, which now that I think about it, I haven't caught one on a lure yet out here, but it could happen. So hopefully the next thing you guys see is me setting the hook on some bigger fish. This lake does have a potential to catch my new PB, which would be over 5 pounds. I live in the state of Wisconsin, if you guys are wondering. And yeah, if you're not new here, do me a big favor. Comment below these bass fishing videos, hit the like, do all the stuff for the algorithm. Try to get these things growing. I like doing this kind of stuff. I like to just get out and catch fish once in a while. And yeah, I mean, comment below. If you got a couple minutes and you were able to get out fishing, you'd go, wouldn't you? That's what I'm doing today. So keep your fingers crossed. Get some bigger ones. Even if I just catch a couple fish in a few hours that I have, I'll be happy. So there's that. Okay, and I'm going to start out, I think, today with this. Something I don't ever throw is chatterbait. We will see if anything wants in on this. I'm going to just kind of float with the wind here and see what I can get. Oh, I'm sure you guys can hear it. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a float plane taking off behind me. Perfect timing, dude. Hopefully that's not gonna happen all day. All right, let's get back to the fishing. That was a hard hit. I just got smoked over here. Got him that time. He came back for it. Oh, that's why. That dude hit it so hard. Go figure, the first fish on a chatterbait out here is a northern pike. I'm okay with that though. That was cool. That dude hit it so hard. And then he came back and did it again, so I wonder if that's gonna be my new pike bait for out here. I mean, that's a healthy fish. Gotta do some pickled pike this year again. That might be the deal. That was cool though. He smoked the crap out of that thing. Glad I brought this along today. Those of you guys that don't know, if you haven't watched all of my videos, I have TWS Outdoors fish towels now for wiping your slimy hands off of when you run into northern pike like that. I just keep it wrapped around that and call it good. But if you want to pick one of those up, they'll be listed below. Helps out the channel greatly, but like I said before, the comments, the likes, shares, all that stuff, that helps the most. But let's see if we can find another bigger fish. That thing, like I said, was very healthy. There are some like 35 to 40s in here that I've run into before, but they're always skinny. But if they're built like that, they'd be fun. So thumbs up for catching some fish. So the reason I'm throwing this chatterbait around here is this little bay over here is almost always like weedy. And that was always my favorite way to fish chatterbaits, was like around these little sporadic weed bays. Because sometimes a good portion of the time it just comes by a weed that's a fish is sitting by to ambush stuff, and they do what that guy did, and they smoke it. So that's why you guys don't ever see me throwing chatterbaits, really, is I fish a lot of open water stuff. I fish a lot of docks when I'm doing this. I like to fish structure. So it just depends on what the fish are up to that day. But yeah, I don't know if you guys can see them even, but there's just sporadic weeds, and then there's a thicker weed line in. But like I said before, I'm just kind of cruising along, gonna see what's all along this shoreline, because the wind is just basically blowing me along at this point, and I like to cover water. You guys always want to hear how I'm fishing. I just like to cover a lot of water, more water you cover, the more likely it is you're going to catch a good number of fish. If a spot looks really good, I tend to work it a lot longer than I probably should. But other than that, it's just make the cast, make 10,000 casts, you'll catch fish. Might have to switch it up to my my craw and a jig. These piers are starting to look a little bit too good. Not all the piers in this lake hold fish, but a good portion of them do, and I don't like cruising by them and not not catching something off of them. Is that fish? This dude was swimming with it. I didn't even realize he was on there. I just saw some bait fish out that way and made a few casts. The water's only like 2 feet deep, so you can see everything, and there was a bunch of bait fish swimming out that way, so I was like, well, I'll just cast to where they're at and maybe something's by them. So I was right, but I need to be a lot bigger than that. I didn't even realize he was on there. Okay, hopefully you guys can hear me over that float plane. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to deal with him until I leave here. But right now I'm just doing 1-2 punches. I'm throwing the chatterbait so I can cover stuff really fast, and then I'm kind of coming around the piers and picking them apart with this. If I feel like if I'm missing something, I have just a weightless worm too to skip up underneath these docks. I really want to be thorough, because sometimes you cast 2, 3, 4 times with different baits, you end up getting something big just because you were persistent. So I'm gonna continue to fish these and see if just the varied presentations do the job. But yeah, that's something that I've been just trying to work on more and more, is not just burning my opportunities, because a lot of times you just make that one more cast and that's the fish. But I mean, you can get kind of stuck on things too, so don't do that to yourself. He came back. I missed this guy once. I don't know if you guys seen that. Redemption hook sets are always fun. Okay, so that's one good bass. Not a great bass, probably a buck bass, but still a bass nonetheless. But I don't know if you guys can even tell. I almost lost the rod there because this wind is blowing me a lot harder along than I wanted it to today. And yeah, wasn't necessarily ready for that hook set. It was one of those things where you think you're ready and set the hook and the rod almost flies out of your hand. But yeah, so now I'm just gonna have to kind of work with how the wind is blowing me around and hopefully find some bigger fish. Nothing against the little 1-pounders, but I would honestly like to find some of those giants that are in here. I used to get 20 inchers on a regular basis a long time ago in this body of water, and 20s were pretty close to 5 pounds, but I do not know if they are still in here or not. But I'm willing to try, figure it out. Be just really cool to set the hook and have a whale on the other end. I think it'll feel more satisfying after I beat this lake to death if I end up getting one of those. Oops. Right species, wrong size. Right attitude. Of course I wasn't recording when I got the 2-pounder. Got him out from underneath that pier. I was actually pulling out a backlash. There's one. All the little guys on film today. So many little guys. So many. Never-ending supply of bass in this lake, that's for sure. Oh! Well, there was a northern pike right there. Oh, go figure. Okay. New jig and craw tied on. Because, yeah, of course the giant that was under the pontoon boat couldn't be a 5-pound bass. It had to be a big northern. It was the cleanest cut I've seen in a while, so it was probably a pretty big northern. This lake's kind of goofy like that, where you're going to have northern pike sitting up underneath piers basically all year long. Kind of wild. I mean, they do it in other lakes too, but usually they're out chasing bait fish on a deep flat or something right now, but there isn't such a thing in this lake, so doesn't surprise me. And when you hop this craw along, it definitely looks like could be a bluegill or something, so they're gonna eat it. There's one. Oh, that hurts. I can't tell what these guys are doing exactly, because every time I get a freaking bite, I'm getting blown off my spot. So it's very hard to tell if they're picking it up on the drop, if they're chasing it down and hitting it. I don't know. Very hard for me to tell. There's one. Figured there might be one by these rocks. Oh, it's been too long, little dude. Thanks for biting, though. Another little 1-pounder. Okay, so there's a bunch of rocks along here with a real steep break. It's got like a 3-foot drop off right from shore. And a good portion of fish will sit up in here a lot of times. And the wind happens to be blowing right into it today, so I mean, realistically there should be more than one fish in this spot, but we will see. I'm just happy they're actually eating this jig and craw right now. That guy was swimming with it. Terrible hook set. Oh. Oh. He's literally just holding on to it. Oh man, that was a good one too. This wind is just messing me up today like crazy. Trying not to get frustrated, but like literally I was trying to target underneath there. I pulled it out. I thought I saw it swimming, but I was too busy getting tossed around. Man, just one of those days. Hopefully I can do better. Okay, so just a little quick update. I've been bouncing around. I've been all over the lake here on this end. I kind of let the wind just blow me along here. But what I think I'm gonna do is go all the way to the other end right now and see if there's any calmer water and possibly some clearer water. This side of the lake is super, super dirty from just like the water constantly rolling down this way all day. So I don't know if the clean water is the deal today or they're just not biting. The wind is blowing straight out of the east, so sometimes that actually kills the bite. But I did catch some fish so far, so I'm hoping the next thing you guys see is me getting some more fish. I just want to catch a couple more before I gotta go. I think I got about an hour and a half left. Right on the edge of those weeds. I just had to hit the weeds. This dude smoked it. You guys getting healthy yet? Kinda. I had to throw the spinner again because I had to cover some water here, and this area, so the water is way up. I didn't realize it until I was over here and looked at my fish finder and realized that it's probably up like 2 feet, which doesn't make any sense. But I'm not complaining because higher water means more fun in the wintertime too. So I don't know exactly when you guys are going to see this, but yeah, this lake it can be really fun tip-up fishing and stuff in the wintertime. So I'll probably come back here. Comment below if you guys watch the ice fishing stuff, if I should come back here and do the tip-up thing, because yeah, it's kind of fun when you get these spunky fish that'll just hammer a bait through the ice. But yeah, I'm not mad at Northern Pike today. I'm just just trying to get some hook sets and yeah, see if I can get anything decent. That guy was literally sitting like right in the weeds, which I'm surprised. That almost never happens. Oh, that fish hammered it. What is it? What are you? Oh, another pike. Apparently these guys are on the feed. I was zoning out. I just spaced it out, and then he tried ripping the rod out of my hand. I wasn't exactly sure if I should set the hook or what was going on. Another 20 something. A lot of those guys. Another day. CS Lures saved the day for catching fish. I switched to this spinner and I got 2 fish in like 20 minutes here. Just kind of outcast on a flat again because I don't know where these fish are staging specifically. This summer's been so weird, and yeah, I'm just just trying to cover water basically, like I said at the beginning of today. Just cover water, move around a bunch, make a lot of cast, and like I just said, the water's up kind of high, so I was not expecting it to be so high, but if I would have known, I would have came over to this area sooner, because there's these flats that are only like 2 feet deep, but with the water being high, they're like 3 to 4 feet, and that makes really good areas to just kind of fan cast this lure around, or anything for that matter. Like I could probably be fishing the chatterbait out here and possibly killing, but I just know this big CS Lures tandem tandem blade spinner is good at getting everybody's attention. So figure I'd throw this out and see if there's anything big that's looking to feed. The upside is it looks like those northern pike are already putting on weight. So that means if I do come out here just looking for some northern pike to pickle, they should be some healthy ones. Just gotta plan for the day. In fact, I could probably I have a white chatterbait or a white version of one of these with some white paddle tails, and those would probably kill. But just seeing if I can get everything, bass or northern pike right now. Hope I can find something else before I gotta go. I land on somebody again? There was one over there. Come here. Little shallow flat. Another buck bass. I will take it. There's just a little shallow flat over here, and I'm just keeping it just under the surface because it's only like 1.5 feet deep over it, and that guy was sitting right up on top. He hit it twice actually, so good to see the direction they're going in as far as bites. Just need a 6-pounder and call it a day. That is a fish. Northern pike. Give it back. What was that, 4 of those? Man, talk about a good sunset. I think I had a pretty good day today. I was out here about 4 or 5 hours, and yeah, I think I got 5 northern pike and like 3 or 4 bass. I don't know, comment below if you guys counted them, but I don't know. How many of you guys just like getting out and catching fish like that? It's just never gonna get old. It's one of those things. I've been doing this my whole life and still doesn't get old to set the hook. Those pike are looking healthy too, so comment below if I should do pickled pike. Yeah, I think I might do some pickled pike. It sounds really good right now. I have some fish to smoke and pickled pike and all the good snacks. But I know it was a short one, but hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Remember, like, comment below for the algorithm, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time.